Revenant isn't the solo powerhouse I was expecting, but that didn't stop me from getting a few solo wins with her. When she was originally unveiled, I thought she would be one of my go-to picks for solo play simply because of her summons. Her summons are good distractions and they can even revive your squad mates, but for damage they are mediocre and sometimes just unreliable. I love them thematically, but it feels like FromSoft tried their best to not make them too powerful, which is fair. Helen has the highest damage output, but she's squishy. Frederick is tankier and does less damage, but does more poise damage and can toss enemies around. Sebastian does the least amount of damage, but he has a lot of health and does the most poise damage with his attacks. Of the three, I think Frederick is the one I go to the most since he can bully most enemies and create openings. But Sebastian is great for body blocking and you can use him like a shield. Helen seems to miss with her attacks more than anything, and then she dies. But she's trying her best. There are times where it feels like I'm wasting DPS to bring them out and not getting much benefit because they die anyways, but I think it's always worth the time to manage them. Desummon them if they're going to die since it takes much longer for them to recharge than regain health. If you can complete the first Remembrance quest, you'll get a relic that buffs you depending on the summon you have out. Helen gives minor HP regeneration, Sebastian gives bonus defenses, and Frederick gives a 10% melee weapon damage boost, which is another reason to love that big guy. I think her claws are great to use throughout the entire run. Find some smithing stones and level these up to purple and you'll be good. They scale with faith and you're going to be hard pressed to find a weapon that scales better with her. She also starts with a finger seal that has heal on it, which I used to bully Royal Revenants on multiple occasions. If you can find a finger seal with Discus of Light, do not pass this up, as it does excellent damage for a tiny amount of FP. A Wraith Calling Bell is also great to use, and you'll find these in graveyards. For squads, she does have some great support, mainly with her ultimate, making the entire squad invulnerable for 10 seconds and reviving anyone that's down. With the relic upgrade, it can also heal all allies at the expense of your own, or create a Ghost Flame explosion for a little extra damage. In a squad, I did feel like I needed to save this for emergency reses more than using it for any DPS, so keep that in mind. Lastly, her passive will turn enemies into summons if she or her summons are the last ones to deal damage to them. It's not much, but I found the best time to take advantage of this is right before a night boss spawns. There's always one mob that is pretty strong, like the page with the crossbow. Turn one of these guys and you can get a nice jump on the boss as he loads in. Overall, I've grown to really enjoy Revenant, much more than I did at first. I don't think there's any secret sauce to make her a better pick than any other character, particularly for soloing. But if you like her, don't feel discouraged by anyone telling you she's a bad pick. In the right hands, she's very effective and can handle her own.